Hello, my beautiful, wonderful, fantabulous air signs. Yeah, I'm talking my Geminis, my Libras, and my Aquarius I. What going on, gang? It is your girl, Ascension 225, a tarot and oracle, and I am here to do a love reading for you. I'm going to do Gemini love reading for those who may have met somebody or deep in a connection, whatever the case may be, and then one for the singles. A few cards pulled for the singles, okay guys? I hope you guys are all doing well, and I just want to let you know that all of these readings will be time-stamped, so if you don't want to listen to the intro, you can always go and click on your timestamp for your particular sign and go from there, okay you guys? Alright, so hold on, let me consult my phone for a second. Hold on. Thanks for holding, guys. I wanted to consult my phone to see what's happening above our heads in the universe, in the planets. And over the next few weeks, we're going to be experiencing a lot of Jupiter energy. Jupiter is one of the ruling planets for Sagittarius. Gemini's opposite sign, and also we've got a lot of Plutonian energy. So we got Pluto and Jupiter. What does that mean, air signs? That means that, both Jupiter and Neptune, no, what did I say? Shit, I'm sorry. Jupiter and, I forgot the other thing. Hold on. Sure. What did I just say? Jupiter and Pluto. Sorry about that. Jupiter and Pluto carry a lot of the same energy, and that is the energy of growth, the energy of expansion, the energy of I'm breaking out of this box, I'm examining everything, and there's going to be some changes around here. All right? Whether that's internal changes in your relationships, whatever the case may be, it's about expansion, growing, having more clarity about people, places, and situations in your life. All right, so just remember that. Okay, so yeah, you might be doing some examination or getting some clarification about your love connections. Okay, this is a love reading, but it could be a love relationship, that could be a love friendship, or whatever the case may be. If it resonates with you, then you'll understand, guys, okay? So, I wanted to give you the skinny on the planetary transits and changes above us. I have listed some of my favorite astrologers and numerologists in the description box, you guys, because astrology and numerology go hand in hand with divination, okay? So, in case you didn't know. Alright, so we're going to start this off with our Geminis. Everybody do me a favor and hit that like, share, subscribe button for your girl. Ringing my doorbell, letting me know that you're there. You're giving me an energetic hello. It really helps me tap into your energy, and it also helps the channel grow. And if you have that hype button, hype the video, hype it up. Alright, you guys. So, we are going to start off with our Geminis, and then we're going to go through the rest of the air signs. I forgot my paper and my pen, so I can, hold on. Alright, Geminis, we're starting you at 410, okay? Alright, Geminis, how you doing? My tribe. If you don't know, I am also a Gemini sun. My birthday is May 22nd, so I'm one of those Geminis fresh out the gate, guys. Fresh out the gate. Alright, so I want to find out what Spirit wants and needs you to know about any connections that you have, specifically any sort of love connections, Gemini. Alright, if you just met somebody, if you're knee deep in a relationship, been married for 100 years, this reading is for you. I will also do a short singles reading after this one. Alright, you guys. So, let's get it, guys. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hype. Find a nice, comfortable spot where you can relax, relate, and hopefully receive some of these good, juicy messages that Spirit has for you, okay? Don't force anything to fit. If it doesn't resonate, then let it go, baby, all right? If you do need a personal reading, you can hit me up at ascension225tarot@gmail.com. We'll get you started on your own private reading where I can definitely tap into your personal energy and those around you and find out what's going on. All right? Okay. So let's move this deck over here. Okay. Gemini, we're going to start off with some oracle messages for you, and then we will go from there. I feel like I need more lighting in here. Do I? I don't know. Let's see. I don't know if it's going to help. All right. Let's get it. Hopefully that helped a little bit. All right, we're going to start off with the oracles, the message cards, and then we're going to get into the tarot, and we're going to find out what Spirit wants and needs our Geminis to know. All right, we're going to start off with the romance cards. Okay. What does Spirit want to let Gemini know about this love connection, whether it's just brand new or whether it's been around for quite some time? I've got honest communication. So Gems, yeah, I know my Geminis, and I know my Geminis thrive on honest, clear communication. All right, our planet is Mercury, and that is the planet of clear, concise communication. All right, so honest communication. Gems, let go of the past. The past always tries to keep coming around, especially since we're in a Mercury retrograde, but let it go, boo, let it go. Finances and career may be impeding your relationship. So some of you, especially if you're in a relationship, may be having some financial difficulties. Things may be a little tight right now. Or maybe it's your career that's creating some issues. Stress and finances and money can definitely create issues within a relationship, okay? You might need to take a holiday. All right, a holiday, even if it's a staycation. I know I just took a staycation a whole week and stayed at home and piddled around and did whatever the hell I wanted to do and loved it. All right. And then I've got chemistry in the reverse. So maybe some of y'all have lost some of that loving chemistry, that spark between you. How can you get that back, Gems? Okay. I know if you've been in a relationship for some time, I know that sometimes things can seem a little redundant, but you got to find ways to keep things spicy and keep that spark alive. And then lastly, the card that was in the crossing, which crossing cards in my readings, it's very strong energy, or it could be letting you know that there's a blockage or an obstacle getting to this energy, and this is the energy of freedom. Freedom. It says healthy space and room to breathe. Maybe some of you guys are going to claim your freedom back, or you need to claim your freedom back. Maybe this relationship is too stifling and you need a little bit of space, okay? Or you could be wanting to take your freedom completely. All right, everybody has a different story. What's Spirit's intuitional messages? I've got yes. So if you have a question in reference to your relationship, your connection, the answer is yes. All right, the universe clicks into gear. So trust and advance. This could be you wondering if this connection is worth it, if getting to know this person is worth it, or staying with this person is worth it. Sorry about that. Yeah, or staying with this person is worth it. It's your situation, but Spirit is giving you a yes. Some of you need to open your heart. Open your heart. Closed doors don't let light in. Okay? Stay the course. Stay the course. Get that spark back. Do whatever you need to do to get, you know, if it's off track, things to do to get it back on track. Get that spark back. But stay the course, okay? So many people just give up. I know I've been married twice, okay? Some people just give up and just, you know, even before they plan their marriage, they already have one foot out thinking, if things don't work out, I'll get a divorce. Your steps are the path. Honor your rhythm. Stay the course, guys. And break rules. You make your own rules. Two people make their own rules when it comes to a relationship, as far as I'm concerned. It's not what society thinks, what your family thinks, what your friends think. No. Alright? Old maps don't chart new islands. Break the rules and make it what feels good to the both of you. And experiment. Ooh, experiment. Okay. Magic blooms where chaos and order kiss. So, maybe this could be experimenting with new things to do to make your relationship more lively. Or this could even be experimenting in the bedroom. Ooh. Okay. What else, Spirit? What else do we got here? Alright, Confessions of a Soulmate. We've got somebody is sorry. Somebody's sorry about something. I'm sorry for the pain I have caused you. So, you know, somebody's blessed or feels blessed or blessed that they're with you. And lastly, I've got healing in the reverse. Somebody needs to heal, but they're not doing it. Maybe this person that's sorry, who's holding their head in their hands. All right, but the healing has not been done. They can be sorry all they want, okay, and say the words, I'm sorry, but if they continue to go unhealed, this sorry means nothing. All right, especially if it has damaged your heart or the relationship. All right. Let's get into the cards for Gemini, Spirit. This is for Geminis that maybe have just met somebody or knee deep in a relationship, been with somebody for many, many years. This is about love, Spirit. So what messages can you give to our Gemini collective in the matters of love? What's in the energy at the bottom of the deck that our Geminis do not see? I've got 4 of Cups, yeah. Somebody might be checked out of this relationship, okay? Completely, unappreciative, could even be bored in this connection, okay? So, yeah. All right, Spirit. So, how am I going to do this? Okay, we're going to take 9 off the top, Spirit. 9 off the top, okay? All right, so what is Gemini's current energy? What are Gemini's fears surrounding the relationship? What is Gemini's hope and dream for this relationship? All right, let me shuffle one more time for your person's energy. All right, this is for Gemini's person. Show us Gemini's person's energy, please, and thank you. All right. All right, off the top, Spirit. What is your person's, your person's or your potential partner's energy? Oh, shoot. And their fears around this relationship, their hopes for the relationship. All right, and in the middle, I don't know, I'm just, hold on. It's not working out as well as I planned it, but that's okay. All right, Spirit, so just one more shuffle and then we'll get some for the middle. So Gemini and their partners, combined energy, please and thank you. Okay. What is the alchemy?
Rana McDaniel.
Hey, Raina.
Hey.
Hey. Thanks for holding so much, Gemini. As you can see, or maybe you don't notice, but I actually changed my clothes. I had to take an extended break to take care of some business, but I am back, and we are about to finish your love reading for the next few weeks, okay? All right, so where were we? Okay, we were still asking Spirit the questions, so let's, can we have the combined energy? Combined energy. Okay, we'll take those three. First one that fell on the table, second, and third. All right, now we're going to go over the questions again, Gemini. This is my first time trying this spread, so bear with me. All right. Okay. This row is you. All right, Gems, let me see. All right. This row is you. This is your partner, and in the middle is your shared combined energy, okay? All right, so what is your current energy, Gemini, as far as this connection, this relationship is concerned? I've got Two of Cups. You feel like something's balanced. Maybe there is some sort of duality there, because this reminds me of Gemini and the twins. Maybe there's some sort of duality towards, in between the two of you, that you help balance each other out in some way, because this is about balance as well. This is about love and harmony and, you know, being balanced and in agreement with one another. So either you're becoming more balanced excuse me, it came out of nowhere, more balanced and in harmony with yourself. Maybe somebody didn't want me to say that, but with yourself, or this is how you feel about your connection. All right. What is your partner's energy, current energy? Boss daddy or boss mama here with the King of Pentacles. Somebody who works very hard, somebody who's successful, somebody who's confident, somebody who makes sure that home is well taken care of, okay, and what's inside the home is well taken care of. This is somebody who's loyal and make sure that everything is taken care of with the King of Pentacles. So that's your partner's current energy. All right. What are your fears surrounding this connection or this relationship? Some of your fears are that you might get hurt. There might be some disappointment, some losses, some heartbreaks. The Ten of Swords is all of that type of energy put together. Okay? So, yeah, this, you know, maybe you feel like this, you know, could be about sadness, or I don't know. For me, I'm going to go back to what I just said, and that is the fear of yours is being hurt, stabbed in the back, betrayed, okay? And what about your partner? Your partner's fear is that maybe you'll start over without them, with this full energy. Maybe that you'll actually take that leap of faith and move on from this relationship and start a brand new chapter on your own. Or this could be that if there's any issues or anything happening in your relationship, this Fool card could also be that your partner fears that there might not be a new chapter, a restart for you guys, you know, because somewhere down the line, you know, maybe the sparks, we looked at some of the oracle messages, and maybe some of the people out there have lost some of that spark, okay, that carries your relationship. All right. And third question, Gemini, what are your hopes and dreams for this relationship? Yeah, that you will be a balanced, harmonious, equal couple. Because we saw the King of Pentacles here, and this is his partner. These two work in tandem together. They are equally yoked. Okay? I love that. And what about your partner? What about your partner's hopes and dreams about this relationship? That you can get the spark back. You can get the spark back, that loving feeling back. You know, that passion back. Wow, what's going on? And what about the combined energy, the shared energy that you guys have? The first one I have is Ace of Swords. Maybe there needs to be some truth and clarity. You need to have a conversation about what each other wants out of this connection. Because if you don't communicate, if you don't talk about it, if you're not honest and have clarity, how will you ever know what your partner needs and wants and desires? But unfortunately, communication seems to be one of the hardest things for couples to do, right? Speaking your true feelings, being authentic with how you feel and what you want and all that other stuff. Okay? What else? We've got the Emperor here. Shared energy is the Emperor. You know, the Emperor, and this could be what you both want, or maybe you're both coming across in this Emperor type of energy, and that is being a leader. And maybe I'm old school, but if this is a male and female relationship, I feel, and I've always felt this way, that a man's role is to be the leader of the family, to guide the relationship, to guide the family. All right? To be the, in the Bible or the holy books, the partner or the wife is considered the helpmate, right? So this is somebody who looks after their kingdom, makes sure their kingdom is straight. This is somebody that is trustworthy of leading that kingdom. And lastly, I've got the Page of Swords. Yeah, I really feel like, I don't know, maybe somebody's been researching and looking some things up with the Ace of Swords. With the Page of Swords. Looking things up, maybe how to get the spark back, how to be romantic, how to, change the dynamics of the relationship. And this, this person's holding an Ace of Swords. All right. And we already talked about the Ace of Swords. That's all about truth and clarity when it's upright. There is no confusion. Okay. You're speaking your truth. And this can also point to you needing to have a conversation. Speaking your piece. All right. Okay. So, what else do we have here? All right. And I just allow the cards to fall on whatever cards that they want to. I don't feel like there are any accidents as far as where Spirit wants the cards to land. All right, so just a few clarifying cards. Holy Spirit, please allow the cards for Gemini and their lover, their loved one, their partner to fall where their cards are supposed to fall. All right, please have the cards fall where they're supposed to fall. All right, please clarify some of this energy. I don't really feel like it needs to be clarified, but we'll see. What else you got, Spirit? Please allow the cards to fall where they're supposed to fall in order to clarify this energy, please and thank you. We'll get a few more, Gemini, and then we'll tie this reading up for you. Do you have any other energies that you would like to share, Spirit? Please allow the cards to fall where they're supposed to. Whoa. Uh-oh. All right. Hold on. Okay. These cards did not fall on anything, but we will talk about them. All right. Okay. So, what do we have here? At the bottom of the deck, we've got the King of Pentacles. All right, just like we had over here. Boss mama or boss daddy, somebody who takes care of business, make sure the home is straight. All right. So on this Two of Cups, we've got the Double card, and this could point to something as simple as certain fears that you may have, Gemini, about this connection working out. Okay, there could also be this could be a relationship with a Capricorn. This could also be that there might be some toxicities in this connection. Okay, maybe it's a mindset, maybe it's the things that you say to one another. It can also be some form of addiction or obsessions. All right, these people are chained to the Devil. All right, and if you look, they have chains around their heads or around their necks, but it's so loose that they could literally fit these chains up over their heads and break free, but they are deeply entrenched in this Devil energy. All right. And then for your partner over here, on the King of Pentacles, we've got the Two of Cups in the crossing. All right, and crossing cards in my readings, it's either very, very strong or potent energy, or there could be some sort of obstacle preventing you from achieving this balanced Two of Cups energy. All right, yeah. And then I've got the Justice card, Libra energy, finding balance. Oh, sorry. Yeah, finding balance. Maybe this feels like there's an imbalance here. It feels like there's an imbalance in this relationship, especially if the spark has been lost. If somebody's apathetic about the relationship, they're bored, they've checked out, okay, then these scales will definitely be unbalanced, especially if one person in the relationship really wants to try and do the things that can enhance the relationship, and then you have another person who has just checked out, right? So there needs to be some form of balance here. And then the three cards that fell out, I've got the King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, mostly Leo energy. The King of Wands is, very passionate about what they want, their dreams, their goals, their person, okay? This could be that somebody wants to be that King of Wands, that very passionate partner, And then I've got a King of Cups. Oh my gosh. You've got almost every king up here except for the King of Swords. You got the King of Cups. Somebody wanting to get that passion back, that loving feeling back, and also somebody who's loving and nurturing and emotionally balanced. That's beautiful. Yeah. And wanting to sail away from any sort of conflict or anything like that type of energy, that 5 type of energy, and move towards 6 energy, which promotes more peace and tranquility and that sweet spot, you know what I mean, instead of just conflict and being unhappy and all that other stuff. Somebody wants to sail away to find some peace and tranquility in this connection. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Somebody might be needing to make a choice or have a lot of options, you might have other options as far as suitors, or maybe somebody's trying to weigh their options in this relationship. Should I stay? Should I go? What do I do? How do I make things better? Somebody looking out and wondering about the future. What does the future hold for this connection? Yeah? What can we do? What seeds can we plant in this relationship so that we will see the fruits of our labor, of us working hard to make this relationship a successful one? Yeah, working together working together in tandem in a partnership. It has to be a partnership. All right, it has to be a partnership. And one last card. Somebody's feeling trapped in this connection. Unless something changes, somebody's feeling trapped or will feel trapped over the next few weeks. All right? Yeah. All right, so do we have any, let's see if we have any. I've got his situation, so I'm going to get a message or two from this, and then a message from the her. And, you know, it says his and her, but tarot is genderless, so take it how it resonates. All right? How does Gemini's partner feel about them? How does Gemini's partner feel about Gemini? Or just general feelings about the relationship. Oh wow, I don't want that many. I'm just trying to make it through the day. My family looks up to me and I feel like I can't let them down. Maybe somebody doesn't want to look like a failure in front of their family if this doesn't work out. I smile when I remember how you wanted nothing to do with me when we first met. I don't know if these cards are appropriate for this situation. All right, let's get a few out of this deck. I don't know if I'm going to use these for further readings because I don't know. Let's see. And also, what are the current feelings from this deck, from her point of view, or from the feminine point of view? Okay. I worry about you sometimes and I wonder if you're okay. I love how you make me feel when I look into your eyes. Did you ever care or was it just all BS? So that could be question, that could be, you know, towards that apathetic, bored, 4 cups type of energy. Somebody being checked out. Maybe somebody is reminiscing about how you used to be in the relationship before you checked out, spiritually, mentally, physically even. Thank you, Spirit. All right, so let's get your universal message card, Gemini. Don't be afraid to say, I love you or thank you to those who deserve to hear it. Don't be scared of embarrassing yourself or appearing sappy. You will never regret a heartfelt I love you or a message of appreciation. You will only regret not saying it. And that's why I'm saying there needs to be some serious conversations being had between you two, Gemini. Truth and clarity. So everybody in the relationship knows what's up, how this person feels, and this person knows how you feel. Excuse me, and what you want, and how you feel, and all that other stuff. All right, Gemini. I hope that was helpful. All right. Yeah. Take care. All right, we are about to pull some cards for our Gemini singles, those who are single, ready to mingle, maybe dipping your toe in the dating pool to see what's up. I'm going to pull some cards for you. Let's go over your oracle cards first. Gemini singles, please hit that like, share, subscribe, and hype this video, please, and thank you. I appreciate that. All right, so let's take a look at the romance cards. I've got first card that came out was life partner. So the next person that comes into your life, Gemini, is going to be a life partner. Your romance is stable and ready to go the distance. Or you just started seeing somebody. This is your life partner. Finances and career could impede your relationship. You know, sometimes, you know, when you might be ready to date, but your pocketbook might not be ready to date, okay? Yeah, so if you can't take somebody out on a date, then that could be what this is. New love, baby. You are going to be encountering new love. Look at this, gems. Look at this. Life partner and new love. I can't make it up. Okay. I've got, your twin flame union. Oh, hot and heavy, baby. Heart, body, mind, and soul. This is going to be a soulmate connection. All right. Oof. And I've got somebody's love language is quality time. You know, don't breadcrumb me with your time. All right. At least that's what this Gemini would tell somebody. And these cards came out, and I wanted to separate them because I got pay attention to the red flags in the reverse. Okay. I've got love yourself first in the reverse, and disguise in the reverse. Now, these two cards together, pay attention to the red flags and disguise, are in the reverse. So this could be definitely spirit saying, pay attention. All right. Don't go into anything blind. Pay attention. All right. To any red flags that you may see when you're starting your dating journey. All right. Don't overlook any red flags. And if you have low self-esteem, if you don't love yourself 1000%, then you may be susceptible to falling or overlooking the red flags that somebody may be displaying. All right. So be careful out there, Gemini. Be careful. All right. But your love, the love of your life is about to come into your life. Are you ready? We want some spiritual, intuitive messages for the Gemini singles. I've got give thanks. All right. Gratitude is the seed of new miracles. So throw that gratitude up there. All right. And I've got the answer is yes. The universe is saying yes. Trust and advance. And the card in the crossing is time is on your side, gems. Time is on your side. No need to rush. Because everything, all of this, your twin flame union, your new love, the love of your life partner, all of that stuff, Spirit is working on behind the scenes. You don't have to rush any of this. All right? It's already written in your Akashic records. So, yeah, time is on your side. Tides obey the moon. You need to obey your rhythm. All right? Take it easy. And then I've got time frames. So time frames of possibly when you may meet the love of your life. We've got January. We got January, and that January is during Aquarius season. All right, Aquarius season, and or could be an Aquarius even. And then we've got it's time to let something go. It's time to let something go. All right, I don't know what that is. Maybe you do. And the card in the crossing was time is going to bring you a big surprise. And I think you had this last time in one of your readings, that time is going to bring you a huge surprise. And that huge surprise, Gemini, is going to be the love of your life partner. All right? All right. So let's pull a few cards here. All right, Spirit, this is for Gemini singles. Gemini singles. What messages do you have for our Gemini singles that are looking for love, are dipping their pinky toe or big toe into the dating pool? What do you want them to know? Spirit, please and thank you. All right, what's in the energy that our Gemini singles do not see? I've got the Ace of Wands, a new passionate opportunity coming your way. Like the sparks are going to fly. Oh yeah, baby. This is also you pursuing new goals and new passions as well. Okay? And what you put out there is what you attract, Gemini. All right. So what are some of the questions? So we're going to take Holy Spirit. I'm reading the question. I'm sorry. I've never done this spread before. So we're going to shuffle, and then we're going to take the first 5 cards off the top, Spirit. So first 5 cards off the top for Gemini singles. All right. So how will Gemini meet their soulmate? And how will they recognize them? What qualities or characteristics will Gemini be looking for in their partner? Are there any blockages or obstacles pertaining or preventing the soulmate connection for Gemini? And last question is, what kind of guidance from the universe can you give our Geminis about meeting this soulmate? All right, so let's put these cards to the side. And so the first question is, how will you meet them? It could be you pursuing a new passion. All right, you could have a new hobby or a new creative something that you were gonna, maybe you go to a class that teaches painting or sculpture or something. You might meet them somewhere where you're pursuing some of your creativity. Okay, love it. How will you recognize them? I've got Ace of Pentacles, another Ace, Gemini. This is somebody, they might be sitting at your table, across from you, while you guys are working on this creative thing. This Ace of Pentacles represents prosperity and a brand new opportunity as it pertains to love. Okay? So it might show up as a form of abundance for you, or somebody that you look at or converse with, that you when you think of them or look at them, you're like, man, that person's abundant in so many ways. Wow, they're going to show you. All right, thirdly, the qualities or characteristics of your soulmate. Ooh, the Fool. Hopefully this doesn't mean that they are a fool, okay? Because we rebuke that energy. We do not want to go towards foolish energy, all right? But this is about a characteristic of somebody who they could have a sense of innocence or childlike qualities in them, This might be somebody who is so trusting in spirit that they're able to just take that leap of faith and jump off that cliff. A daredevil, somebody who looks fear in the eye and says, ha ha ha, I'm going to do it anyway. All right? So somebody who's fearless, somebody who has a lot of faith, somebody who's not afraid to start a brand new chapter in life. I love it. Yeah. That's awesome. All right, and the fourth question, are there any blockages or obstacles going towards his soulmate energy? And I've got any obstacles would be, I don't see this as an obstacle. This is a Six of Pentacles, and the Six of Pentacles is somebody who's generous and somebody who doesn't mind giving as well as taking. All right, equal. I love that. And then lastly, guidance from the universe, and use your sound judgment. Use your sound judgment, Gemini. All right, yes. This is about self-realizations, realizing what it is that you want and also what you don't want. This is a sense of renewal, a sense of, you making smart choices and smart judgment calls when it comes to your happiness. Woo! I love it. I love it. All right, cool. So on the bottom, we've got Five of Wands. This is in the energy that you don't see, Five of Wands, and that could be conflict and chaos. There could be a little bit of competition, even. The dating is very competitive. So you might have competitors out there that you might have to deal with. Okay, what you want to be, just like we saw those cards about disguise and pay attention to the red flags, right? We also have this Seven of Swords. This is also beware of those red flags, but this is also a card of you dating with intention, dating and being strategic in the way that you date, not just all willy-nilly, right? Like for me, I'm dating with intention. I'm dating of finding that lasting, loving partner in my life, not just to date, to fool around and all that other stuff. All right, so this is you being intentional. This is you being strategic, okay? And then Seven of Wands, and standing your ground on what it is that you want, need, and desire, and not having anybody try to sway what it is that you want. Standing firm on those things, okay? And not letting, this is having boundaries, okay? Making sure your boundaries are in place and that nobody tries to take advantage of those boundaries that you have, right? Death and rebirth. It's time for a renewal. It's time to put the past in the past. Whatever happened back then, it's over and done with. And all you need is to have a little funeral for that energy so that you can start transforming that. Hold on for a second. Thanks for holding, Gemini. Sorry about that. I had to take that call. Okay, so we're just going to get a few clarifying cards. I mean, to me, this energy is pretty straightforward, along with the oracle messages that you got. Just pay attention, be aware, pay attention to the red flags. You know what I'm saying? And time is going to bring you a huge surprise, and that being a life partner, somebody who is considered a soulmate. All right, so I've already shuffled these cards and cut them. The energy at the bottom of this deck, the energy that you do not see coming towards you, is the Sun, the happiest freaking card in the entire deck, Gemini. This is abundance, blessings, fertility, anything you're trying to bring or birth into fruition, whether it's a human baby or a creative venture, then guess what? It's all coming to you. Just go towards the sun. All right? We're sun babies anyway, May and June, right? All right. So, Holy Spirit, please show us any clarifying cards. Please allow these clarifying cards to drop on any of the cards on the table in order to give us a deeper understanding of the energy. Please and thank you. Okay. Please show us additional clarifying cards. Please and thank you, Spirit. Anything else? Okay. Alright. So, don't be impulsive with this Knight of Pentacles on the bottom. Don't be impulsive. Alright? Just tend to your garden. Take care of your garden. And what's coming to you is coming to you. Okay, so what do we have here? Alright, so up top here, in the crossing energy, that ran on the Ace of Pentacles, the Fool, and we've got the Judgment card as well. We've got the Eight of Swords, and I saw the Eight of Swords in the other deck. The Eight of Swords is somebody feeling trapped, unable to get out of something, mostly your own thoughts, your own head, your own mental whatever it is, right? This could also be denial. So this crossing card could be that this is very strong energy, that somebody feels this way, trapped and unable to move on. Maybe this is self-sabotage in a way. Okay, or this could be the energy that's blocking you from getting to this Ace of Pentacles and this full energy. Okay, yeah, this new beginning. This could, and it landed on top of the Judgment card. So maybe you're all up in your head, fucking your own self up, sabotaging your own self because of all these thoughts going on, and you need to make a judgment call, but you feel trapped inside your own thoughts. You don't know what judgment call to make. And I've also got the Star, Aquarius energy. All right, this is having unwavering faith and belief in spirit and what can be achieved when you have that faith and trust in spirit. Okay, this could be somebody's belief system could be sideways, you know, maybe you're doubting spirit, you know, and this can also be somebody that still needs some healing before you start dating. Okay, especially if you were in that energy. Where is that energy at? I can't remember what I did with those cards. Where we saw, hold on, we saw somebody's love yourself first. We saw this in reverse. Somebody not having self-confidence, somebody not having self-esteem. All right, yeah, so somebody still needs to do some healing out there, maybe before you jump into the dating pool, because there's nothing worse than being unhealed and dating. Okay, it's no bueno. All right, because you're just going to drag yourself and another person into some possible mess. All right, down below I've got underneath the Ace of Wands, I've got the Tower in reverse. Tower in reverse, and this could be about, you know, obstacles in your way. Okay, and we've seen some obstacles in your way, you feeling trapped inside your own thought process. So this could be obstacles, somebody wanting to avoid making changes. Okay, somebody afraid of loss, which stops you from being completely healed because you're thinking of what happened in the past. But I've got Six of Pentacles. I've got equal give and take. I've got that card that came out, you know, earlier. So there's somebody that wants to give equal give and take that's going to be coming into your life. So you having that fear already may be unfounded, Gemini. And then I've got underneath the Judgment, I've got the Fool. I've got the Fool. And it's in the same row as this first Fool up here. Yeah. You making a judgment call. You making a judgment call to start a brand new chapter. You taking a leap of faith. Okay. And walking away from this conflict, this pain, this feeling of loss. This feeling of loss. Oh my God, I'm so afraid of, you know. And lastly, this is what's coming to you, Ten of Pentacles. Happy home, happy family, prosperity, abundance. Yeah, that's what's coming to you. But if you are in a feeling like, oh my God, if I jump into this relationship or this connection, I'm afraid I'm going to lose. I'm afraid I'm going to get hurt. I'm afraid of this. I'm afraid of that. No. We don't need this energy. We don't need that. We don't need that. All right. So some of you may need to really take your time in moving forward because you want to make sure that you're presenting the healed version of yourself, the best version of yourself, right? So that you can get this reciprocity. Yeah. Six of Pentacles again. So that you can give this relationship that will entail equal give and take. Yeah, and fairness, justice, balance, harmony. Yes. Yes. And you can look towards the future together. Plan your future together. Ooh, I love it. Having balance and harmony. All right. Yes. Okay. That is it. My Gemini singles. I think we've gone on. I didn't really think that we needed to clarify those, but okay, we did, and we're done. Angel number 222. We just saw the Two of Pentacles as well. And when we first started, well, the original reading for Geminis in a relationship, we saw the Two of Cups. And we've got 222. This is you being in alignment with yourself so that you can be more in alignment with your life partner that's coming towards you. You want to present the most healed version of yourself and only accept the healed version of them. All right? Alignment. Universal message. In your journey, there will be times when you feel lost, confused, lonely, and angry. These are times of transition, Gemini. You won't feel these emotions forever. You're transitioning to a better, stronger version of yourself. Shed away those unneeded layers and keep growing. That's your universal message. Heal, grow, so that in time you will be ready to receive this beautiful life partner that's on their way, Gemini. All right? All right. I hope this helped. I hope you got something out of this reading. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, Gemini singles. Take care. Hello, hello, my Libras, my equalizers of the zodiac. We are going to take a quick look-see into your love situation and see what Spirit wants and needs us to know. All right, so Libra, hope you're doing well, abundantly blessed. Can't believe that we are mid-July already. We've got a lot of Plutonian energy and a lot of energy from Jupiter. So if you're interested in that type of stuff and how it affects us, I've listed my favorite astrologers and numerologists in the description box, okay? If you need a private reading, hit me up at ascension225tarot@gmail.com. And we can schedule your 30, 60, or 90-minute reading, all right? Okay, so find a nice comfy spot, and we're about to delve into your reading. This is a general reading. It may not apply to everybody, but some of you out there will hear some of these messages and go, oh, damn, that's really what I'm going through, or something to that effect, okay? All right, so we're going to start off with the oracles, and then we're going to get into the tarot. Let's get it, Libra. All right, we're going to start off with the romance cards. I've got, Libra, you may need to give somebody the benefit of the doubt. You may be weighing the scales on this person or this relationship, but Spirit says give them the benefit of the doubt. This seems like a very strong physical connection that you two seem to have. Spirit is saying practice self-love, Libra. Not only give all of your love and energy to that person that you love, but first and foremost, give love and nurturing to yourself. All right. And then I've got keep an open mind in reverse. So I don't know if some of you all are not keeping an open mind, not seeing things in a balanced, fair way, or not, but that's in reverse. And the card in the crossing is tease. Tease. What's going on here? So, maybe you guys have that strong physical chemistry that you like to tease each other, or this could be another person that's trying maybe to manipulate by teasing. It says the energy is fun and lighthearted but uncertain. Could this be just a physical connection? Just about the sex? Do tell, Libra. Let's put these to the side. What intuitive... actually, I'm going to switch these. All right, I'm switch these and those. All right. Oops, sorry. Why am I saying sorry? I don't know. Okay, so this is called the Clarifying Love deck. And I've got, for you, Libra, there's going to be some unexpected joys and happiness. All right. Life surprises are gifts, opening doors to unforeseen adventures. So this could be, some of you may be expecting a baby, or whatever you've been trying to manifest into the universe is coming to fruition. I love it. And then we've got this card in the crossing. Crossing cards are very strong, potent energy in my readings, or there could be a blockage for you, Libra, getting to this energy. So I've got wishful thinking. Wishful thinking. It says having lofty ideals lead to letdowns. So be realistic. And then I've got achievable insight. Embrace practical steps towards clarity, bringing your goals within reach. And I feel like, you know, you're trying to balance this type of energy of, you know, being realistic and then, you know, also maybe overachieving something or wanting to overachieve possibly in this connection. Yeah. But it says, you know, towards clarity. So it's possible that you may need a little bit of clarity in this connection in order to have balance, the balance that you need as the equalizer of the zodiac. All right. So what are some of the epiphanies that our Libras are going to have? Time is up for some of y'all. If this is especially just a physical relationship based on SCX, then yes, it could be that time is up, you know, because, you know, after you do it 100 million times, then what do you have? Especially if there's no other connection. Time is up. Somebody took too long. Somebody took too long. Maybe somebody took too long to make a commitment or come towards you, Libra, or you, them. Yeah, love drought. Could have been all about the you know what. And I've got karmic lesson. Releasing this karmic lesson. This karmic lesson is over. This is in the reverse. So a karmic lesson is just to teach us a form of karma, good, bad, or indifferent. Something that maybe we didn't learn in a past lifetime that we are learning and completing that lesson in this lifetime. All right, so this is over. This karmic lesson is over. Okay, all right. And what is spiritual insights? I've got, it's time for you to explore new options. Explore new options. The forest is vast. Every tree holds a secret, Libra. So get out there and explore. Explore. If this is you in this relationship, whatever this relationship is, if the time is up on this, if it's past its expiration date and there is a love drought, meaning you're not getting the love that you desire, you know, might be getting breadcrumbed or whatever, that, you know, it's time to explore new options in love. And this was a karmic lesson to teach you possibly you recognizing your own value, okay? And then I've got on the horizon, light nears, hold for its glow. So something is on the horizon, especially when you decide to explore your new options and create fearlessly. Be fearless in your pursuits, okay? Be fearless in your pursuits. It says, art is the soul's whisper turned tangible. Oh, I love it. All right, so let's get into the, and we'll get your universal message at the end. But Spirit, we're tapping into our Libra energy. Libras that are in a connection, in love, in a partnership. What can you tell us about this connection, Spirit? What can you tell us about this connection. Let's go ahead and cut the cards. What's in the energy for Libra at the bottom of the deck, that the energy coming towards them that they do not see? I've got the Two of Wands. You might be, yeah. Listen, time is up for whatever this is. Somebody took too long, and at the bottom, you deciding to go either this way or that way. All right? You choosing a new path. All righty. Okay. So, Spirit, what questions did I want to ask? I'm trying some new spreads. So I'm reading out the book, so bear with me. All right. So, Spirit, all right, so I'm going to shuffle a few more times, and then I need the first 9 cards for Libra and their partner's energy. I don't need it to come out, though. All right, so here we go. Libra's current energy in this relationship. Libra's partner's energy in this relationship. The fears that Libra may have regarding this relationship. The fears your partner may have. The hope that Libra feels in reference to this connection. The hope that Libra's partner feels. And can I get combined energy here for Libra and their partner? Combined energy. We'll just pick 3 cards and then we'll go over all of them. Okay. We've got the star in the bottom. The star in the bottom. Healing. Balance. You know what I mean? Unwavering faith in spirit and your spirit team. Okay, so let's take a look. All right, your current energy, Libra, you being in this 8 of Swords, a type of energy, you feeling trapped, trapped in this partnership, trapped in this connection, trapped in your thoughts about this connection, possibly. Yeah. Feeling stuck. What about your partner's energy, current energy? Your partner sees this as a 10 of Pentacles, a very abundant connection. Okay, so what does Libra fear about this relationship? Libra, you may fear this emotional connection here, being emotionally vulnerable, being emotionally intelligent enough to know that you have to be vulnerable. It's okay to be vulnerable in a relationship. All right, what about your partner's fears? Your partner definitely is focused on Pentacles. Libra, the fear could be about this commitment and how strong their commitment may be to it. But then again, this could be your partner may be fearing, all the stuff that they worked for so hard for, maybe losing that Pentacles could be money, especially if you separate or divorce, if you're married. What are some of the hopes for Libra? Hopes in this relationship. Ace of Pentacles, new abundance, new prosperity, and new opportunities. Hopefully new opportunities to make the relationship what it is that you want it to be. And how about your partner? Knight of Swords. So one of your partner's hopes is to be maybe a little bit more daring in this connection, a little bit more daring, and this could also be daring enough to really speak their truth, really communicate how they feel much better. You know what I mean? Because the Ace of Swords is all about truth and clarity when it's in the upright. So maybe there needs to be a little bit more truth and clarity, a little bit more daring conversation, so that everybody knows where everybody stands in this connection. What's the shared energy? Somebody is checked out of this, and it could be because they're afraid to be vulnerable or emotional in this connection. But love, it's hard to be in love or think you're in love when you're just looking at it from the logistical side of things and not from the heart. Somebody may be checked out, bored, just not feeling this connection anymore. And this is shared energy. What else? Yeah, another 4. And 4s are all about home, all about stability of the home, or your connection, security, feeling safe. It's possible that some of those feelings may be jeopardized because something's amiss here. We have the 4 of Swords. Solitude, practicing self-love. Yes, didn't we see that card? Wait a minute. I'm pretty sure we saw a self-love card somewhere. Yeah. I can't find it, of course. But I'm pretty sure we saw it earlier. Yeah. So this is about practicing self-care, nurturing your own self, healing. All right? Especially if you're feeling this way in this connection. And also when I was looking, I just looked at down and I saw one of these epiphany cards, and it says, the truth shall set you free. The truth shall I can't even talk. Damn, Mercury retrograde. The truth shall set you free. And this is the truth. Somebody coming to you with the truth, speaking their truth. Being daring to speak their truth. Maybe about this love drought. This is not getting it for me anymore. I'm not feeling, you're not loving me the right way. You know, it's been a long time. Time is up for this. I've got to speak my truth about this situation. Last card, the Knight of Wands. Yeah. Somebody just wanting maybe their freedom to break away and do their own thing and forgo the commitment, the freedom to explore other things, just like it says, explore new options. What? Yes. This Knight of Wands wants to explore, wants the freedom, wants to be non-committal, to be able to explore every and anything. Maybe new options on the horizon, right? Right. All right. Interesting. Okay. All right, Spirit. So, and here we go with the 8 of Swords at the bottom of this deck. And we started off with the 8 of Swords. Somebody is seriously, like, about to drive themselves insane because they... I mean, look at this person's face. Like, legitimately, they're miserable. They're miserable. Look at this person. They're checked out. They're miserable. What's going on here? All right, Spirit. Please allow the clarifying cards to fall on whatever cards they need to fall on in order to tell us a deeper story for, I don't know where this is supposed to go, so I'm just put that right there. For Libra and their partner. What's happening with Libra and their partner? Please clarify this energy for us, Spirit. Please clarify this energy for Libra. Oh, that's too many. It's a whole book. For Libra and their partner, please and thank you. Please and thank you. What do you have? Okay. And do we have... Okay, that's it. We've got the Six of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Somebody's got their passport and their keys and they're ready to bounce. They're ready to move away from any conflict, drama, unhappiness, their cup not being filled up by this love drought, and they're ready to maybe jump on a plane and have some separation. Okay. So, what landed on the Eight of Swords, in between the Eight of Swords and the Four of Cups, these two miserable looking cards, I've got the Fool. It's time for a new start. It's time for a new beginning, Libra. Yeah, what do we just see? Passport and keys. And writing a note saying, bye! Yeah, I just saw the Seven of Cups. Maybe you have other options to choose from. But, yeah, this is a new chapter, a new journey. And then, on your partner's side, we've got the Ten of Pentacles clarified by the Three of Pentacles. You can have, they want this Ten of Pentacles with you, but it's going to take teamwork. You working together in order to make the dream work, according to your partner. Back over on your side, in between the Queen of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles, I've got the Knight of Swords in the crossing. Remember we saw the Knight of Swords here? Yeah. I feel like this is in the balance. Like, it's a strong message that there needs to be some sort of communication. There needs to be some sort of communication about the situation. But I feel like something's hanging in the balance. Maybe the conversation has not been had yet. What is the blockage? What is the obstacle in having this conversation? Could be that it takes being vulnerable to be able to have said conversation about what is going to feel like abundance to you in this connection. Alright, and then over what landed on the Knight of Wands and touching the Four of Swords is the Nine of Swords. So we've gone from the Eight of Swords, about ready to tear our hair out, to the Nine of Swords, not being able to eat or sleep, depressed, anxious, worried, not knowing what to do, yeah, wringing your hands, when all somebody wants to do is break out and be free. On your partner's side, what landed on the Eight of Pentacles is this Page of Cups. Yeah. It could be that your partner realizes, maybe your partner might work a lot. They may be a workaholic with this Ten of Pentacles and this Eight of Pentacles underneath it. And what's missing is, you know, these small displays of love that make you not feel that, you know, these small offerings of love. And it could be immature offerings of love that your partner gives because maybe they're a workaholic and maybe their way of showing love is working hard and bringing home the bacon instead of being vulnerable and being open about their feelings and sharing their feelings, okay? but these small offerings of love lead to this. Okay? Love drought. And then, and on the bottom of that is the Knight of Swords. Somebody needs to have a darn conversation. And then I've got the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody might have lost some money here. You know, somebody might have lost some energy. Not energy. Somebody might have lost some money, some coin. The Queen of Pentacles is a loyal partner, and if she's in the reverse, this could be somebody who may no longer be that loyal partner. All right, or this could be that somebody looks at this partner as no longer being abundant, and abundance can come in many different forms, not just coins, but they no longer see this person as being abundant. All right. And lastly, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse could be somebody who's very materialistic. And we saw only coins on this side and small offerings of love. So this person that you're with, Libra, or this could be you, seems to be more focused on the material, more focused on the money than they do on the heart and actual love. I said it, and I'm going to stand by it. There is a love drought going on here. Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and get I wanted to get you an angel number, and then we'll get your universal message, and we'll be done. All right, one angel number about Libra in love. What angel number is for Libra in a connection in love? So this one fell first. We're going to take that. We'll take both of them. First one is 1616. There needs to be some readjustments here. Readjustments, okay? Because things are out of alignment right now. All right. Yeah. It says, on the horizon is the possibility of beginning a new romantic or platonic friendship, as well as a chance to begin life anew with a person from one's past. Everything will fall to pieces. There's going to be some readjustments. There might even be a tower moment somewhere, even though we didn't see a tower card. And then I've got 222. Gemini got this. Oh, alignment. Yes. Alignment. Readjustments so that there can be alignment, whether together or not. All right. All right. So I got your universal message. It says, the journey wasn't the smoothest or the most pleasant lately, but everything is coming together. Your patience, your strength, and perseverance will soon be rewarded, Libra. The wait is almost over. Hold on. Something is on the horizon. Hold on. Be patient. It's coming. All right? It's coming. It's in the works. But you deserve more than a quarter cup of love and emotion. The truth shall set you free, Libra. All right? All right. Thank you so much, and I hope it resonated with some of y'all out there. Mwah. Thank you, Libra. Bye. Hello, 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 my beautiful Libra singles. I want to talk to my Libra singles that may have been in hermit mode for a while. You might have gone through a previous breakup or a divorce or something like that, but you have come out to the other side and you are now ready to dip your toe in the dating pool. All right, so my Libras that are single and ready to mingle or thinking about it, this reading is for you. All right, we're going to talk about your soulmate. and what that soulmate's going to look like coming in, and hopefully get a picture of when that time frame may be. All right, Libra. So I hope you're all doing well, abundantly blessed. My fellow air sign, I love you. Hey, Libra. But go ahead and hit the like, share, subscribe button, you guys, and hype the video, please. It helps the channel grow. And we're about to get into what love is going to look like over the next few weeks for my Libra singles. Now, I don't control time and energy, all right? All I can do is decipher what Spirit needs me to decipher and deliver to you, okay? So, if it resonates with your soul, or your soul is in agreement with it, then this message is for you. If you're shrugging your shoulders, looking around, going, I don't know what the hell she's talking about, then perhaps this message is not for you, okay? At least not today. All right, so Libra, let's get into it. I can't believe that it's already mid-July. Isn't that crazy? Well, going towards the 20th of July. That is insane how fast 2026 is moving. I'm really enjoying this year. During this time, there's a lot going on. There's a Mercury retrograde until the end of July. Also, there's a lot of Jupiter and Neptune type of energy going on. Mars is doing its thing. So there's a lot going on above our heads. If you want to know more about astrology and how it affects your sign, I've listed my favorite astrologists as well as numerologists in the description box. It all works in tandem with tarot and other divination, okay? All right, you guys. So pick a nice cozy seat after you like, share, subscribe, and hype, and we're ready to get down, Bobby Brown. All right, we're going to start off with the oracle messages first, okay? All right. So time frame. I asked Spirit, when is a realistic time frame for our Libras that are just now sticking their baby toe into the dating arena? What is the time frame? I've got give it time, it's in the works. Give it time, it's in the works. All right. And timing is much farther in the future. All right. So it may be a little ways out, Aries, but you know what? If you're just now sticking your baby toe in the waters, that's okay. Take your time. Allow Spirit to bring in that soulmate of yours that really is a good fit for you, and don't rush any sort of relationship just because you want to be in a relationship. All right. At the bottom of the deck, I have it is the wrong time right now. It's the wrong time. All right. So, yep. Give it time. It's in the works, and timing is much farther in the future. Okay. So there we go. Romance cards. I've got, oh, okay, start here. Oh my God, no way, I didn't even see that. Okay, all right. So there's going to be some romantic feelings when you meet this person, Aries. I mean, why not? I don't know why I called you Aries. Maybe you're going to meet an Aries. Excuse me. Maybe you're going to meet an Aries that knocks your socks off, but whoever you meet, there's going to be strong romantic feelings between you guys, all right? I've got third party. There may, unfortunately for some of you, be a third party involvement, meaning you might have to compete for somebody else's affections, okay? Or you're not the only one competing for somebody else's affections, or this may be you. There may be more than one person competing for your affections. I've got express your love in the reverse. All right, I don't know if, you know, right now, if you're just now dipping your baby toe, then this makes sense. Express your love, because you're just, you know, gingerly dipping it in there. You might not have even met anybody yet, or maybe you're talking to somebody, but this is not the time to express your deep emotional feelings, unless maybe you're feeling them. But if you've just met them, don't divulge all your secrets all at once. You are calling in your soulmate. Hey, baby, I love it. I love this. And you will have a psychic or spiritual connection between you two. Oh, I love this. This was the card I saw. I was so shocked. There's going to be an engagement, Libra. Some of y'all are going to get engaged. You're going to meet that special person, and they're going to knock your socks off. They're going to be considered a soulmate of yours, and you guys are going to have that psychic connection, like that other person feels like home to you and vice versa. Like you've known this person your whole entire life, all right? Okay. What sort of epiphanies will you or should you be having during this time frame? Well, I've got some of you feel like this is going to be stepping out of your comfort zone, jumping at, maybe online dating or, that speed dating or whatever it's called. Maybe you're trying to meet somebody at the in the Publix, organic fruit department, asking them questions about fruit, who knows, just to flirt with them. But stepping out of your comfort zone, or maybe you need to. Take control of your situation. Some of you get ready or be ready to take control over your situation. You are the master of your own domain, all right? Make sure those boundaries are up as well. Ooh, some of y'all are mastering karmic lessons. This could be a karmic lesson. What you just went through could be a karmic lesson that you have mastered, and now you're moving on to the next chapter. Fairy tales do exist, guys. Fairy tales do exist. Uh-oh, time is up. Maybe time is up for somebody. Maybe they took too long. I'm in that same situation. I've met somebody that I think is really handsome and cool and all that, and I just met them out of the blue. But I'm not going to take breadcrumbs any longer. Either you come correct or you don't come at all. So if this person that I'm talking to takes too much time to come towards me and take me out on a proper date and woo me and court me, then guess what? Time's up, buddy. Moving on. And I've got the truth will set you free. The truth will set you free. Honest communication. I love that. Somebody might be sitting in a puddle of self-pity. I don't know who this might be. Is this you, or is this somebody, from a past experience? Somebody sitting in a puddle of self-pity. No good, no good. And somebody's stuck at a crossroads here. Could be you. Could be somebody in your energy, Libra. All right, somebody's at a crossroads, not knowing which direction to go in, not knowing what choice to make. Okay, or that could be you over the next few weeks as you delve into this dating game. And words of wisdom from Spirit. I've got somebody needs to recharge, because I've got the recharge in the reverse. So somebody needs to practice some self-care, all right? Whether it's getting out in nature, doing some exercise, walking, whatever it is, taking a bubble bath to recharge your energy, recalibrate your spirit. Somebody needs to recharge, okay? It's time to celebrate. It's time to celebrate. Joy is the echo of a soul at peace. Oh my God, that's beautiful. I love that. And in the crossing cards in my readings, it's either very, very strong energy that Spirit's like, yes, you need to know this, or there could be some sort of obstacle or blockage from you getting to this energy, okay? And this is trusting your gut. Perhaps some of you don't trust your gut, all right? Yeah, let me see. Yeah, because listen, we have express your love in the reverse. So some of you may not trust your feelings. You may not trust that gut feeling or any emotional feelings that come, to the surface. You may not trust that. Okay? So we need to turn this in the upright, where you are trusting your gut and you are realigned with spirit, so that when spirit speaks to you, you understand and you comply. Yeah, and what I see at the bottom of the deck is somebody's not protecting their peace. All right, somebody's not protecting their peace. Somebody is not practicing self-care. All right, very, very important that you do that. Alrighty, so let's get some cards on the table. We're going to choose about 5 cards for you Libra singles. And if we need to clarify, we will. If not, sometimes, just like, some of the readings I've done have been so straightforward. There is no need to clarify. It's, Alright, Spirit, this is for our Libra singles that are out there contemplating or thinking about getting into the dating arena, or have started dating, exploring the dating arena. Please and thank you. What do you want them to know? We've already seen some of the energy in the oracles. So what else do you need them to know? All right. What's in the energy at the bottom of the deck that our Libra singles don't see coming towards them? Truth and clarity. Ace of Swords. All right, Ace of Swords. And I feel like, yeah, because your express yourself is in the reverse. So maybe this is the opportunity for you to finally speak your truth and express yourself, express your emotions. This could also be somebody wanting to communicate their feelings, their emotions towards you, but this is clarity. Okay? All right. So, Spirit, what are some of the questions? No, I don't want that one. I'm sorry, I'm talking out loud. I'm just trying to find that. Oh, here we go. All right, Spirit. Show us one card on how Libra singles will be able to find how they will be able to meet their soulmate. Show us how they'll be able to meet their soulmate. Okay, we've got the Page of Cups. How will they recognize this said soulmate, Spirit? How will Libra singles recognize the soulmate when this... Okay. Wow. Okay. We've got the Ace of Pentacles. We're going to go over all these cards in just a moment. The Ace of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the Seven of Pentacles. Ooh. Qualities or characteristics that Libra should or will be looking for in their soulmate. Character or qualities. Okay. All right. Are there any blockages? Will there be any blockages or obstacles? That's a lot of cards, Spirit. All right, so this one fell on the table first, second, third, fourth, and a few cards of guidance. We'll get those. We'll get those in just a minute. Let's just start with this. All right. So, how will you meet your soulmate? Page of Cups. I really feel like maybe you'll just meet them out of the blue. The pages are students as well. You might meet them in a class. It could be a creative class. It could be doing something that you love with this Page of Cups. Like I was telling you that I just met somebody out of the blue. It was totally unexpected. And this is a card of being innocent and naive. So And maybe while you're out doing something innocent and naive and meet this person who may come to you and say, hey, how you doing? Would you like to go have a cup of coffee or something? All right, so how will Libra recognize them? Well, they're going to be super abundant, and I believe somehow with that psychic connection that you'll have with them, you'll be able to see their abundance. It might be on the outward. You might, maybe they're well dressed, maybe they drive a nice car, maybe whatever. Maybe they're wearing nice jewelry or something like that. You might be able to see abundance in that way, but you may also be able to tell that they're very abundant in many other ways. That is an inside job. You know what I mean? You might also meet them. This could also be like a boss. An Ace of Pentacles could be like a boss, or something like that. Somebody who gives you an opportunity. I've got the Hierophant. The Hierophant is somebody who's wise, somebody who's a leader. Could be somebody, like I said, a boss, a leader. It could be somebody who maybe you go to church with, you know what I mean? Or in some sort of spiritual type of class with, maybe. The Hierophant. This could also be somebody that you meet in an institution. We talked about school. We talked about, there could also be other types of institutions that you meet this person at. It could be at a hospital, it could be anywhere. And then I've got Seven of Pentacles. And I feel like, you'll the Seven of Pentacles is somebody who's very, very patient, because he's tending to this garden. Look at this beautiful garden that he has amassed. And it started with a seed. And this earth energy is so patient that they water, they prune, they make sure that the garden gets enough food and light and everything. And they're very patient. They can't see what's growing underneath the surface, but they know that if they put in the work and they put in the investment, that what's going to come forth is going to be magnificent. So this might be, like I said, somebody that you feel is very, very abundant, somebody that you can grow with, somebody who uses wisdom and has patience. This might be somebody that you might consider investing in. All right. I like it. Qualities or characteristics of your soulmate. When I said patient, this is the Hangman. This is also somebody who may be considered patient, right? This could be somebody who takes the opportunity to pause and look at things from a higher perspective, or a different perspective. Higher perspective, because we've got the Hierophant here. Somebody who's wise and hopefully emotionally intelligent. Okay? This is somebody who's not holding on to a bunch of baggage, carrying it with them on a day-to-day basis that you're going to have to deal with. Somebody who's a leader, again. Somebody who speaks their truth. Somebody, this is air energy. This is Aquarius energy. The King of Swords is very decisive. Speaks their truth. No nonsense. This could also be somebody in a leadership position. Somebody who makes decisions, okay, for a company or whatever the case may be. So this would be somebody who would be considered a real leader, somebody who's a head of a household type of energy, who takes care of business. All right. Any blockages or obstacles? This could be that, somebody who might be a workaholic. The Nine of Wands, they're at it non-stop. They're determined. They won't stop until they complete something. So this could be, maybe they are a leader of a company or an enterprise or something like that, or their own business where they're the boss or CEO, and this might entail them, being sort of like a workaholic a little bit. That could be one of the obstacles. We also have the Tower card. Now the Tower card, this could be somebody who's awakened. Somebody who's awakened, somebody who has made the changes within them so that now that they have this sort of wisdom and emotional intelligence, you know what I mean? And somebody who welcomes change and freedom. One of the obstacles could be is that somebody wants to avoid any sort of upset. They want to they don't want any sort of upsets in their lives or in their relationships, which to me, it's not, how can you never have any obstacles or upsets in your, or losses in your relationship? So that could be one of the obstacles, is that somebody may not be willing to build this tower for fear that it could come crashing down. And then we've got the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands, a lot of wands here. The Seven of Wands is somebody who, is, they might feel like they have to defend themselves or protect themselves, but this, it could be a stubborn person who just stands their ground and it's my way or the highway type of energy. You know what I mean? Yeah, so, but this is also somebody who, would be deemed a protector as well, and they stand on business. So I'm kind of feeling like a stubborn type of energy in a way, like my way or the highway type of energy in a way. So that might be one of the obstacles that you need to look out for, because as an air sign, and you are the equalizer of all of the zodiacs, for air signs like us, my way or the highway, it doesn't really work for us, right? We can't deal with people that are so stubborn and unmovable and inflexible. It's hard for us to deal with that type of energy. All right, and this is sort of what that energy feels like. So that could be an obstacle for you guys. And lastly, we have the Chariot. The Chariot is all about, determination and taking action. And this could be that maybe this person isn't determined or doesn't take any action. That could be an obstacle. Or doesn't want to go in the same direction that you want to go in. Okay? Because this is going in a new direction. This is, maybe possibly relocating, moving, and maybe you guys won't be on the same sheet of music as far as that. Or, this is also about control too. And that could be an issue, especially if you're dealing with somebody who is inflexible and it's my way or the highway. So that Chariot may be an obstacle as well. All right. Last question. Guidance. Ooh, we have Emperor on the bottom. Yeah. This is the ultimate leader right here, Aries energy. And remember earlier, I slipped and I said Aries. I said, I don't know. I said Aries. This is Aries right here. Okay? Yeah. All right. So, guidance from the universe. Spirit, can I have a few cards of guidance for our Libra singles and how they go about in the dating world? Spiritual guidance. Can we have a few cards of spiritual guidance? Okay. And what do we have here? Oh, we have a few. Oh, wow. All wands again. We've got the Three of Wands. Choose the right path for you that feels right for you. Because you need to think about your future. And, the Two of Wands is you choosing which direction you want to go in as far as this dating situation and who you want to do it with. And this is, putting in the hard work and hoping that your ships, come in looking towards the future. And being victorious in your quest to find the right person for you. This is victory. This is success. Ooh, and marriage. The Four of Wands. Happy home. Celebrations of home. Celebrations of your commitment here. And I tell you, the Hierophant is another marriage card. These are the two marriage cards of the entire deck. So, using your wisdom and discernment, there is marriage that will be the end goal here, or the end result. And remember, guys, we saw the engagement card. We saw that you guys are going to be psychically connected. Why? Because you're calling in your soulmate. That is why. Wow, Libra. This is awesome. All right, let's get your, but remember, trust your gut. Trust your gut so that you can celebrate. Celebrate this connection that Spirit brought to you. And because you used discernment in choosing. All right, I've got 6666. Great blessings are coming to you. Great blessings are coming towards you. Yes, that big love, opportunity, or job needs to squeeze in there somewhere. So make space for something meaningful. I love that. Make space for something meaningful in your dating world, your love life. And the universal message, sometimes holding on does more damage than letting go. Yeah, where is that hangman? Letting go of the past, letting go of previous relationships, and what had happened was letting go of that. You need a new perspective, a new way of seeing things, a new way of seeing your new dating life. All right, so sometimes holding on does more damage than letting go. So leave behind all that has been weighing you down for so long and reach for the opportunities that are waiting for you, Libra singles. I promise you, you will not regret it. Listen to Spirit, okay? Trust your gut, because that's one of the places that Spirit, that's where we get our intuition. That's where Spirit speaks to us. One of the places is in our gut. Realign yourself, or align yourself with Spirit so that you know that voice of intuition. All right? It's coming towards you. Might not be immediate, but it's coming towards you, and it's going to result in marriage and a successful connection. All right? Thanks, Libra singles. Bye. Hello, my Aquarius of the galaxy, of the universe. Did I just call you Aquarius? Sorry about that, Aquarius. I hope my Aquarius, my fellow air signs, are doing well. You're abundantly blessed. We're going to talk about what's happening in your love life, and we're also going to do Aquarius singles. So Aquarius, how you doing? Do your girl a favor, hit that like, share, subscribe, and hype button in order to allow the channel to continue to grow. And we're going to find out over the next few weeks what's happening. If you are paired up, booed up, in love, and all that other stuff, then this is your reading. If it doesn't fit, you must quit, let it go. Alright, it's a general reading. If you need a personal reading, hit me up at ascension225tarot@gmail.com. Okay. Alright, let's get into it. We're going to start with the oracles, and we're going to pull a few cards from the tarot deck, okay? Alright, so romance cards. What say you about Aquarius in a connection? Well, I've got, it's safe for you to love. It's safe for you to love. I don't know what's going on with this lighting. Hold on. Some of you may be getting to know each other. This could be a new, fresh, off the presses relationship, and you guys are, just now getting to know one another. Ooh, very passionate connection, burning desire. Ooh. I've got lasting love in the reverse, though. So, I don't know if this pertains to this if you're in a brand new relationship, if this is basically just a physical connection, lustful connection, or what, because something is not built to last. All right. And then I've got love language, acts of service is in the reverse. All right. This could be also that if somebody doesn't speak somebody else's love language, that the relationship won't last for very long. And somebody, either you, Aquarius, or the other person, values acts of service, and hopefully if that's not done, then it looks like it may not be a lasting connection. The card in the crossing, proposal. Ooh, I love that. So there could be a proposal somewhere in the wings, you know what I'm saying? Somebody might still be trying to figure out whether they want to propose or not, and that's why this card is in the crossing. If somebody's not doing something in the relationship that the other person values, then this card could be in the crossing as well. Somebody trying to decide, is this relationship worth going the next step or not? Especially if my needs are not getting met. But there's a proposal in the wings, guys. All right? All right. Confessions of a soulmate. What do the soulmates want to say to one another? Faith. Faith may be a big part of this connection. You sharing the same faith and religious beliefs. This could also be that somebody has a lot of faith in this connection. I've got changing, evolving. Somebody may be changing or evolving, or the relationship may be changing or evolving. Good, bad, or indifferent. I got new beginnings in the reverse, which kind of goes along with that other card that we just saw. The proposal in the crossing and lasting love in the reverse. So, I don't know if some of you are in a relationship that's kind of tenuous, you're not sure what's going to happen, maybe you're not getting your needs met, and you may not want to start again to try to work things out. This could be somebody from the past that no longer wants a new beginning. And then wait a minute, is that it? I think so. Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that's it for these cards. I don't know why I was thinking about the other ones. All right, now what do we have? Intuitive wisdom from spirit guidance. We've got, now is not the time. Now is not the time for some of you. Perhaps you still need to work on yourself and getting yourself healed and right, and exercise the past so that you can start new beginnings. That could also be what this is also, is that somebody's not ready to start a new beginning in love. They need to still continue to work on themselves, right? So now is not the time. Trust the process. All right, trust the process. It's already written, okay? And then in the crossing, I've got physical healing. So somebody may need to do some physical healing. Maybe you got injured, or you had surgery, or you're dealing with a physical situation. And Spirit says, now the time is not right now for you to jump into a connection or revisit a connection. What happens is that you need to heal yourself. Physical healing. Probably mental and spiritual healing as well. All right, so for a lot of you, Spirit is saying, trust the process. Now is not the time, okay? And some of you, you might be trying to work out whatever kinks are in the connection so that you guys can move on. to the next level, and that could be marriage. Okay. What's some of the teas surrounding our Aquarians? I've got teddy bear. This could be a blooming romance for some of you. Like I said, some of you could be embarking on a brand new situation. I've got, for some of you in your relationship, there may be some level of toxicity. It could be an addiction. This is a wine glass, so maybe there's an addiction of some type, something that creates toxic energy in the relationship. Somebody's got keys on a ring, a lot of choices to choose from. That could put a monkey wrench in a relationship, especially a monogamous relationship. If somebody's got a 7 of Cups type of attitude, like I've got so many options to choose from. What's this? Third party interference. I've got third party interference in the reverse. Alright. Maybe there was a third party interfering, and third party could be another person. It could be somebody who works too much and doesn't have time to spend. It could be an addiction. A third party could be anything that interferes with this connection. Alright. Maybe somebody's releasing any third party interference. Okay. And if you have keys on a chain, keys on a ring, many options, then yeah, there could definitely be some third party situations going on. Somebody is asking or needing peace. All right, that's the focal point. And you might be getting a call. It's Mercury retrograde until the end of the month, so somebody might be getting a call. Somebody from a blast from the past might be circling the block, maybe wanting to call you, see how you're doing, all that other junk. And then I've got text messages in the reverse. All right, so it says text messages unsent. Somebody might actually either call or send you a text message or messages, seeing how you're doing, trying to test the waters, all that other good stuff. Okay. All right. On the bottom, it's a big deck. This is a very big deck. I've combined 2 decks together. So on the bottom of each deck, I've got competition. It says the other woman. Remember, we saw the third party card. Yep. And I've got death. So somebody may need to put a death to this situation, especially third party situations. If you're serious about having a relationship, yeah, no, this says no second chances. The relationship is over. So for some of you, you will be doing a death and a rebirth on this relationship, especially if your needs are not getting met, and especially if there is a third party situation going on. It says turmoil ahead, turmoil coming ahead. So there's going to be some sort of storm, some sort of tower moment, Aquarius, maybe because somebody is a chaser and somebody's a runner in this situation, which happens quite a lot. All right, let me see. Yeah, trust the process. Trust the process, okay? All right. Holy Spirit, can you tell us more about our Aquarians that are in connection? We've seen some of the oracle messages that you've provided, but can you give us more insight, please, into the Aquarians that are in a connection, are in love, and all that other jazz, right? What's in the energy at the bottom of the deck? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Look. It says tease. So that third party situation may be real. All right? May be real. All right. So what's at the bottom of the deck? The energy that our Aquarians do not see coming towards them. I've got the Page of Swords. Okay, pages are students as well as messengers, and this could be somebody that, could be doing their research on you or you on them. Somebody could be checking out your social media and lurking in the background. Okay, the Page of Swords is also, there might be a message coming your way. Somebody might want to speak their truth. The Ace of Swords is upright, and that's about truth and clarity. Somebody might want to talk to you about the truth and clarity about this relationship, or give you truth and clarity. Okay, this could also be somebody that's very curious about maybe wanting to work it out, talk it out, hash it out. All right, Spirit. So we're going to take the first 9 cards off the top. This is how you feel about your partner in the relationship. This is how your partner feels about you and the relationship. And in the middle are combined feelings about the relationship, okay? All right. First question is, what is Aquarius's current energy? Queen of Cups, loving, nurturing, emotionally intelligent type of energy. Her cup is closed, though. Her cup is no longer open to receive. So even though she's a nurturing, loving energy, she might be like, wait a minute, hold on, let me just hold off. Let me just close my cup for a minute. You know what I mean? So I can see what's happening in this situation, and also remain objective about the situation. How does your partner feel at this current time? I've got Virgo energy, the Hermit. Your partner may be needing to take some time on their own to really, think about some things, figure some stuff out. They need some solitude. They need to get some inner guidance about what's happening here. Okay. What are Aquarius's fears surrounding the relationship? If it has a future, if it's written in the stars, if it's part of your destiny with the Wheel of Fortune, this is Jupiter energy, and Jupiter is front and center now and over the next few weeks. Jupiter is the planet of expansion and transformation. You could be wondering if there's a chance to rejuvenate or expand or, resolve any issues in this relationship. Can you change the destiny of what's happening in your relationship? Okay. How about your partner? Ace of Swords. How they feel surrounding, their fears around the relationship. Their fears are the Ace of Swords. They need some clarity. They need some communication. And I've been married twice, and I know that the hardest part of being in a relationship for most people is communication that is not effective. All right? So communication skills are definitely a learned trait. So truth and clarity is needed. Okay. So what is Sagittarius's hope? Maybe you are with Sagittarius, who knows? But Sagittarius is Jupiter's energy. So what are some of your hopes for this relationship? That you can reconcile, be on the same sheet of music. I love that. That you can find harmony and happiness together. Ooh, nice. And if this is somebody, a blast from the past, then this may be, like I said, reconciliation of some type. What are your partner's hopes for the relationship? Being able to start a brand new chapter, starting on a clean slate, Okay, learning everything that you needed to learn thus far, and starting a brand new clean slate to try to get it right. A new chapter. Okay. Combined energy. I've got you both want this Ten of Pentacles type of energy. Happy home, happy life, money in the bank, abundance, your elders, your kids, the dogs, everybody together and happy. One of the goals is to release any of the burdens that come along with this situation, that come along with this relationship. Even if it's past burdens you're still holding on to that affect your current relationship, that shit needs to be left in the dust, okay? Lastly, we've got the World. We've got the World, and this is the last of the major arcana, and this is both of y'all being fulfilled in this connection, finding wholeness, being able to accomplish some of the goals that you set forth, so that you can have a happy life. I love that. And it's right next to the full energy. I feel like we've got the Six of Cups, reconnecting, really showing up for one another, the World, fulfilling each other's needs and your own needs in the connection, right? Accomplishing certain things together, and that means starting a new chapter together with the Fool card. I love that. I love that. This is really nice energy. All right, and I don't really feel like I need to get any clarifiers on this, but what I will do is this light is driving me insane in the membrane. What I will do is grab a few, and I'll just let the cards fall wherever they may, on whatever cards they need to. Just a few cards of clarification, that's all. All right, Holy Spirit, we just need a few cards of clarification for our Aquariuses, please and thank you, in the matters of love. At the bottom, I've got Seven of Cups. Remember, we were talking about that Seven of Cups earlier. Somebody might have a lot of choices to choose from, especially if there are any third-party shenanigans going on, all right? Holy Spirit, please allow the cards to fall wherever they may, to clarify whatever card they need to clarify. Do you have any clarifying cards for the top row, Spirit? All right. Anything else? Anything else? Whoa. All right. Anything else, Spirit? We're going to shuffle a few more times. Okay. All right. Okay. There we go. All right. So before we talk about these clarifying cards, let's talk about what's on the bottom. And the bottom is that I think that, if somebody feels like their needs are not being met, then there may be the potential for this person to walk away, because this relationship, they will feel like this relationship no longer serves them because they're not happy or they're not getting their needs met. Something like that. We got the Emperor on the bottom. All right. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. All right. So what do we have here? The top row, we've got the Seven of Swords that landed on the Hermit. Okay, now we talked about the Hermit being somebody, that Virgo energy, somebody needing to go inward, somebody really needing to think about everything before they make any sort of judgment calls about this relationship. There could have been some sort of deception in this relationship, because this person is actually stealing the swords because he doesn't want to fight anymore. So there might have been some sort of deception in this connection. This could also be, Aquarius, that with your partner wanting to go in hermit mode, they could be trying to be very strategic about how they handle this relationship. Okay? So this could be being strategic about that, analytical about it. Down below on the Wheel of Fortune, I've got the Chariot in the crossing. Alright? Crossing cards are either very strong energy, or there could be a blockage or an obstacle getting to this energy. Okay? This is Cancerian energy. The Wheel of Fortune is Sagittarius. And I just feel like somebody being unsure about the fate and destiny of whatever this situation is. Okay? Whether this relationship can be expanded to be better or not depends on, that will depend on the actions taken, what direction somebody goes in. It's still up in the air, though. It's still up in the air, and that's why this is in the crossing. In order to find out, you got to figure out this Wheel of Fortune energy first, and that will decide what direction this relationship goes in. But right now, it's kind of sideways. What is this? Alright, on the Ten of Wands card, there's a lot of cards on the Ten of Wands card. I've got Justice in the reverse. Okay? So, somebody might feel like there's a lot of burdens in this connection, and there's some sense of unfairness. Okay? Dishonesty, injustice. Maybe somebody's not being accountable. You know what I mean? To this Empress energy. We already saw the Emperor in the deck, at the bottom of the deck. Maybe there's no justice or accountability as it pertains to this Empress energy, the mother of your children, yeah. And I've got two more cards in the reverse, and that is the King of Swords in the reverse. The King of Swords in the reverse is, somebody who might use their words in a very nasty way, hurtful way. Okay? They don't have the ability to make sound decisions. And then I also got the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody who's selfish, doesn't take accountability. Somebody who might be kind of egotistical and doesn't want to work together as a team. Wow. And that's why all these cards are on the Ten of Wands, because this energy has become a burden to some of y'all. Alright? Third layer, I've got the Ace of Swords. There goes that Ace of Swords again. On the Six of Cups. There will be no reconciliation, no reconnecting, unless there's some truth and clarity. Alright? And this is what this is one of the fears of your person is that there was a lack of transparency, a lack of honesty. And then lastly, on the World card, I've got the Wheel of Fortune. Another Wheel of Fortune. So there will not be any completions, no sense of fulfillment or accomplishment, unless any situations that need resolving can be resolved. All right. This is all about good fortune, good luck, expansion. I think this is what the goal is, would be the world being able to expand on your relationship and make it better and more fulfilling here. That, I think, is the wish, so that you can start a brand new chapter in this relationship. It's always possible to make things right, you know what I mean? But if there's competition in the relationship, other people, third parties, anything, toxic behaviors, ways of thinking, ways of communicating, then that might be an issue, okay? All right. So lastly, we've got your angel number 2112. It's up to you, Aquarius, as to how you want this connection to resolve itself, how you want it to be. It's going to take two people 10 toes down to make this what you want it to be, a fulfilling, loving connection without a bunch of toxicity. All right? And your universal message is, this stressful situation is almost coming to an end. We are sending positive energy, financial help, miracles, and life-changing blessings your way. Even Spirit knows you're having a hard time, some of you. All right? And trying to figure out how to resolve some of these issues that you may be having in this connection. All right? So that is all I have for you, Aquarius. You know, lately when we've been talking about your love life, it's been up and down, up and down, up and down, you know, and so I want to see some of the shadow side of this connection. Hold on. I want to see what's creating some of this shadow energy here. Holy Spirit, this is for our Aquarius couples. What's creating some of this shadows in this connection? What kind of shadow work do they need to do in order to make it better? Let me get a few more. Shadow. What kind of shadow work do our Aquarius couples need to do? Let me get one more. Okay, thank you. All right. We've got somebody's being two-faced, somebody's not being authentic, somebody might be lying, that deceptive type of energy. Okay. Pieces. It says you always pick up the pieces when things fall apart. Now look for the complete package. Alright? We're not trying to build a partner. We're not trying to build a bear. Alright? We want that bear to already be assembled and complete when we get it, right? And somebody's just tired. You're emotionally exhausted from dealing with everything, and you deserve a break now. And we also saw that some of y'all need to do some physical healing as well. Okay? So those are the shadow messages for your relationship. I feel like deception or toxic behaviors play a part in this. So there you go. Thanks so much, Aquarius. I pray for you and your partner that things work out so that you can start a brand new chapter. Okay? Mwah. All right. We are about to start our love reading for our Aquarius singles. If you've been in hermit mode for a while and you are ready to get out there and mix and mingle Aquarius singles, and dip your toe into the baby pool of dating, this is your reading. All right? So do you girl a favor and hit that like, share, and subscribe button, and also hit that hype button. All right. I don't like that one. Let me see. I was just trying to see. Okay. I'm just seeing what I'm trying all these different readings. I have this great book. I'm trying all these different readings. So we're going to do the love magnet reading for our Aquarius singles. We're going to start off though with our oracle messages, and then we will get into the tarot for you and pull some cards. All right, Aquarius singles. Hope you all are doing well, and I wish you well in the dating scene. I'm an older, seasoned Gemini, and I have been in hermit mode the last few years, and I am ready and have been dipping my maybe my pinky toe into the dating scene. I don't know what you want to call it, but just trying to see what's out there, all right? And it's a good thing. Getting outside, that's what Cardi B would say, right? All right, you guys, oracles. So I got time frame cards. Oh, if this is a general reading. It's for all of the Aquarius singles out there in the universe. If you need a private reading, hit me up at ascension225tarot@gmail.com. All right, you guys, and we'll set you up with your 30, 60, or 90-minute reading. You'd be surprised at how fast 30 minutes goes when you're talking and channeling. So, all right, here we go, guys. Time frame cards for all of you guys dating out there. If you're wondering when am I going to find that person, there may be some time frame cards that could apply to you. So let's just see. I've got next winter. I've got next summer. Well, we're knee deep in summer right now, so it might be in the summer of 2027. And then I've got today. Some of you might be lucky enough to meet that person today. I love it. Okay. What else we got, Spirit? Romance Oracle. I've got you may be meeting people that you're physically attracted to, that you have chemistry with, and that's always good, but you got to, of course, look beyond that. I've got self-love. Spirit reminding all the Aquarius singles out there to make sure you practice self-love, dote on yourself, nourish your heart, heal your heart from anything from the past, and just love on yourself. And I've got retreat in the reverse, guys. And if you look at this picture, she has on a wedding dress and he has on a tuxedo. All right. So this is in the reverse, so I don't know. And another card that I want to bring to your attention is I've got honeymoon also in the reverse. I don't know if some of y'all have gone through an engagement that maybe you called off your engagement, maybe you broke up, you're supposed to get married but it never transpired. Yeah, I'm showing both of these in the reverse. Somebody could have changed their mind, maybe because they have too many responsibilities, or being married would require too many responsibilities, either one. And then the crossing, I've got you're still manifesting the one, Aquarius. This may not be the person that you thought you should be with for the rest of your life. Okay? So crossing cards, this could be very strong energy saying, yes, you're manifesting the one and they are going to come in eventually. Okay? We saw the time frame cards. Or this could show us that there is some sort of blockage or obstacle from actually manifesting this person. Okay, so either one. All right. Okay, intuitive wisdom from the Ascended Masters. I've got seek alternatives. There might be alternative ways of dating aside from online. You might try speed dating, or some other type of creative idea. Break the rules. Yeah, break the rules. I mean, you're a rule breaker anyway, Aquarius, so this should not be a problem for you to break the rules and come up with your own method of madness in this thing we call the dating scene. Okay? And then I've got look for signs in the reverse. It says answers are written in the wind. Could be that you may not be looking at the signs that are being presented to you. You know what I mean? You could be in a state of blissful denial, of not really paying attention to the signs and signals that Spirit may be sending to you. Okay, so that might be a indicator that you may want to do that. Pay attention, and this also could be that you may not be in touch or connected very thoroughly to your intuition. Alright, so what are the signs and synchronicities or epiphanies or eye-opening moments that our Aquarius singles will be having or need to have during the next few weeks? I've got, you are my lifeline. I can't lose you. I feel like there is a past person, maybe this person that you were supposed to marry, but you didn't. This person that you were engaged to and now aren't. This feels like some past energy right here. And then I've got too much to think about. Yeah, too much to think about. Like this one card that we just saw of too much to think about, too many responsibilities to think about. For some people, making that final commitment of marriage is a very difficult thing. It may be too much for some people to handle. And then I've got, powerless. The power struggle is real. So I feel like somebody does not feel empowered in this situation at all. And that could go back to that whole self-love type of thing. Somebody doesn't feel worthy. Somebody doesn't feel empowered. Maybe the situation left you feeling less than empowered. Okay? And then finally, I've got fairy tales do exist, guys. Fairy tales do exist, and there may have been a situation that did not work out for you Aquarius singles, possibly in the past, but you are manifesting the one. I hope there's no obstacles in you actually manifesting this energy. Maybe you need to heal a little bit more. Maybe you need to take a little bit more time for yourself, right? But fairy tales do exist. And we need to turn this card right side up. Okay. Let's get into the tarot and see what the tarot cards want to tell you. Alright, Spirit, we've already seen some of the energy in the Oracle decks for our Aquarius singles. What other information can we glean from this this energy for them over the next few weeks, please and thank you. Alright, so let's go ahead and cut. What is in the energy at the bottom of the deck, the energy coming towards Aquarius that they cannot see? I've got the devil. Could be, could be a Capricorn. It could be your own fears surrounding this whole dating thing. Some of you might be looking for material wealth instead of love. You know what I mean? Because materialism is a low vibing type of energy. This could also be somebody who has addictions coming towards you, and or toxic traits or behaviors. Okay, so be very, very careful and pay attention to the signs. We saw that somebody was not paying attention to the signs, and they may end up getting bit in the ass because of this. Wait a minute. Now, of course, I can't find it, but you guys saw it. You guys saw the card of, somebody wasn't paying attention to the signs, all right? And, yeah, okay. So, what type of energy are our Aquarius singles attracting, Spirit? Got a couple cards that turned around. I've got an Empress and an Eight of Cups here. I've got an Empress who is this beautiful divine feminine energy. The Empress can manifest anything that she puts her mind to and bring it to fruition. This is also somebody fertile with ideas. You know what I mean? So this is what you could be attracting. Somebody who is walking in their divine feminine energy, able to manifest, able to create, able to fertilize the seeds that have been planted. That's beautiful energy, and it has nothing to do with gender. Okay? And I've got 8 of Cups. Could be attracting somebody who is aware enough and emotionally intelligent enough to walk away from that no longer serves them. People, places, or situations. Self-preservation. Cutting losses and letting go. Yeah. I feel like this person, either you're going to go towards this person or they're coming towards you, but this is also a person who takes action. A person who takes action. Alright? Love it. Okay, so what are our Aquarius singles attracted to subconsciously? What are our Aquarius singles attracted to subconsciously? Okay. I've got attracted to somebody who is in contact with their High Priestess, in touch with their intuition, who doesn't make a move unless they talk to spirit first. Somebody who is highly spiritual. Okay? And we saw some of your cards, and you may be lacking in that area, Aquarius, but you're attracted to that energy subconsciously, maybe because you have a hard time embodying it. Okay? Alright, another card of what they're attracting subconsciously. What else besides this High Priestess? Okay. Oh, Chariot in reverse. Well, you know, the Chariot in reverse is somebody who has no direction. Somebody who has no direction. I hope that this is not who you're attracting subconsciously. Somebody who's kind of lost, who is indecisive, who has no direction, who doubts themselves. And this could also be somebody who consults their High Priestess energy when they start feeling like they're doubting themselves, when they're not sure, when they're not feeling confident and secure in their decision making. So that's good. That means that that's somebody who is wise enough to know that when in doubt, to consult their High Priestess energy. Ooh. And I've got somebody, subconsciously you're inviting somebody in that's going to feel like home. And it kind of reminds me of this picture right here. Reminds me of that picture in a way. Think Spirit. Yeah. In a way it does, you know. This is somebody who makes you feel safe and secure, somebody that feels like home, somebody that you can celebrate life with. This is also one of the marriage cards in the entire deck, guys. Alright, what are our Aquariuses repelling? What are they repelling? What are they repelling? They're repelling somebody who is not sure whether they are, you know, an independent person on their own. You know what I'm saying? And this landed right between the High Priestess and the Chariot. This is somebody who may not be sure of their abilities, who, you know, somebody who gives a sense of security, but it's not real security. It's like a false type of security. You know what I mean? You're repelling anybody who's not walking in their confidence. You're repelling anybody who is unsure of themselves. You're repelling anybody who, you know, lacks direction. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. What else besides this Nine of Pentacles are our Aquarius singles repelling? What besides... Okay. Three of Pentacles. You're repelling somebody who does not know how to work together. Who does not know the importance of working together as a team. Collaborating. You know, so that the relationship can be a success. Alright. Thanks, Spirit. And what's on the bottom? We've got the Page of Swords. And somebody who does not know how to communicate. The Ace of Swords is about truth and clarity. You don't ever have to worry about what's going on with this person, how this person is feeling. Why? Because there's always going to be truth and clarity there. And these swords represent air energy, our energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay? Yeah. And this also is somebody who's always learning, always wanting to learn. You know what I mean? You're repelling somebody who does not know how to communicate truth and clarity, and repelling somebody who does not know how to grow and learn. Okay? Alright, so how can our Aquariuses attract what they desire? Oh. Right away, we've got, they can be this very determined, self-assured, empowered Queen of Wands. That's what they can be. Somebody who is empowered and who not only talks about their goals, but they go towards them. One more besides this Queen of Wands. One more. And the question was, how can our Aquarius attract exactly what they desire? And to be strategic. To be strategic. Seven of Swords. And to beware of any deceptive type of energy. We rebuke that. Alright? Yeah, Leo strength. Use your strength. Do it even when you're afraid. Aquarius. Yeah, I mean, the dating, especially if you've lived life long enough, and you're not some 20-year-old, but you're a little bit more seasoned, the dating pool, you know, it can be a little scary, okay? It can be a little scary, but intestinal fortitude, your strength, don't allow fear to take over, okay? Anything that you do, any decisions that you make as far as your dating pursuits are concerned. Date with intention, all right, Aquarius? If you're looking for a husband or a wife, date like you're looking for that lifelong partner, and not just some hookup or somebody who's going to occupy space, right? Okay? All right. Any other last words of wisdom? Any other cards of wisdom for Aquarius single, Spirit? A new opportunity. You may be offered up a new opportunity. Okay, be determined in your pursuits of somebody who embodies that abundance that you're looking for. Okay, and just be steadfast in your pursuits. And stop crying over the past. Stop crying over the spilled milk that was spilled in the past. Alright, there's still two viable cups behind this person that are healthy and viable and not spilled over, just like the two cups that are missing from this Eight of Cups. Walk away from what no longer serves you and walk towards those two viable cups of love. The Two of Cups is one of my favorite cards because it is a healing type of connection, a healing love, a healing partnership. Two people come with equal balanced cups. Okay? All right. And we've got your angel number. I've got 0808. Swift action. Yeah, swift action. We saw the 8 of Wands. That is swift action. It says you will enter a time of expansion, and we're heavy in the Jupiter energy right now, and that is Pluto and Jupiter, and those two planets are the planets of transformation and expansion. So take advantage of the energy right now and over the next few weeks. It says you will enter a time of expansion, so begin taking steps toward achieving your ultimate objectives immediately. All right. It says finances will miraculously improve. Oh, and somebody has their mind set on you. And your universal message, your life is about to start to move quickly. Just like this card said, it says you're moving towards your objective immediately. And this card says your life is about to start to move quickly in some areas. Events that seem to have been on hold suddenly propel forward. Move with the flow and be mindful of what needs your attention most. Use discernment. Be that high priestess energy in your dating decisions. All right? Yeah. All right, then. So I hope that you got something from that poll. My Aquarius singles, God bless you on your dating journey. I love you guys. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hype. Thank you so much. Mwah. Love you guys.